Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be covering how ClickUp went from $0 to $4 billion by hijacking their competitors' YouTube channels. So ClickUp had no marketing budget, no investors, no brand, and the product was entering one of the most crowded categories in SaaS, project management, where people like Asana, Monday.com and Notion already had millions of dollars of funding. But within 3 years, ClickUp was worth $4 billion. And here's the wild part. They did not use the fastest growth channel like paid ads, or wasn't a sales team, or wasn't a viral product hunt launch. It was YouTubers, specifically their competitors' YouTubers. So let me show you exactly how they pulled this off. So as you can see, the valuation went up to $4 billion. They were doing $300 million plus in ARR with 10 million plus users, and they were bootstrapped for over 3 years. So what exactly was the origin story? So ClickUp was founded by Zeb Evans in 2017, who built it because he was frustrated that no single tool could manage his entire business workflow. He was juggling Asana, Jira, Trello, and Google Docs simultaneously. The first 3 years were bootstrapped entirely with no marketing budget, like we discussed, just product and community. By spring 2020, ClickUp had reached over 100,000 plus users, spending $0 on paid marketing. Their growth in the early days came through two sources. One was a hyper-engaged Reddit and Facebook community, and second was YouTube creators making tutorials about productivity tools. ClickUp didn't go to YouTubers and ask them to promote ClickUp. They went to YouTubers who were already making content about Notion, Asana, and Trello, and either sponsored those videos or made their own comparison content so good that it outranked the competition. An interesting insight about this is that most SaaS founders I talked to spend their first $100,000 on Google Ads or sales team, but ClickUp spent nothing and got to 100,000 users. Because they understood something most founders miss. The customer is already being educated on YouTube. The question is whether you are in the video or your competitor is. So starting the timeline in 2017, like we discussed, in the bootstrap phase with 100,000 users in 2020 with a $0 marketing call-out budget. Moving into June in 2020, where they put fuel on the fire and actually raised a Series A round of $35 million and then a Series B round of $100 million in the first 6 months. After that, they also had a Series C in 2021 where they raised $400 million in a $4 billion valuation. That is absolutely crazy. By 2025, they were category leaders with $300 million in ARR, 10 million users, and creator channels still running. So what were the 5 growth strategies that got them here? So I've divided this into 5 strategies that you need to know when you are actually growing your own SaaS business, and we'll cover them one by one. Strategy number 1 for them was brand first philosophy. So instead of targeting a niche like everybody does, ClickUp went the opposite route and created a famous brand in the entire market that served every use case scenario that they wanted, which resulted in a top of mind recall across all industries, not just one vertical. For strategy number 2, they created a community guerrilla growth, which we've seen before as well, which was before spending $1 on marketing, they dominated on Reddit, Quora, and Facebook groups. Anytime somebody used to ask what tool management, what project management tool should I use, ClickUp was always there providing value, not just pitching. So they got their 100K users before the first paid ad went out because of the community-led growth that they actually had. Third strategy, being one of the biggest, was product-led content marketing. ClickUp wove their product into every piece of content naturally. Top 5 best product management tool, the blog articles saying Asana alternatives, Monday alternatives, Trello versus ClickUp, Notion versus ClickUp. All of this was taking traffic from the competitors and putting it right into ClickUp. And this is a strategy we've seen a lot of brands now evolve into SEO, saying alternatives, where they actually showcase their competitors, but there's always a versus their own product, and they bring out their product in the best light possible. Strategy number 4 for them was creator and affiliate marketing engine, which is why they are where they are today, is that they built a structured affiliate program targeting productivity YouTubers, business coaches, and course creators, the exact audience using competitor tools. They started to pay these people to make comparisons like we discussed ClickUp versus Asana, ClickUp versus Trello. Also sponsoring these videos, every video that had something to do with productivity was sponsored by ClickUp. So it automatically gave them the edge over the competition that was just dedicated videos or doing, a versus kind of a model. This really helped them spiral into creators, and more creators started to pick up what ClickUp was doing. The 5th strategy that they used was the freemium flywheel, where they gave premium features away for free that most competitors usually charged for. They created a try it, love it, pay for it loop. So free users became their biggest marketing channel. They invited teammates, shared workflows. And once they were so woven into the product, they were asked to pay. And once you are into a product so deep, you will actually pay. And they got a 60% free to paid conversion rate, which is absolutely insane because all of the companies that we work with as well, like create a program, we see a smaller amount of like 8 to 10% conversion rate from a free to paid. But what ClickUp did was absolutely amazing because they gave everything away for free. And once they were woven into the product, they asked for the payment to come in. Now let's discuss the creator marketing playbook, which comes into the most insight and which is the most important part when it comes to the growth of ClickUp. ClickUp just, didn't use creators. They built a systematic creator engine. So what they did and how they structured their partnership was they targeted the right creator types. So productivity YouTubers, business coaches, remote work channels, how I organize my life, not tech reviewers, because they knew exactly who their ICP is. And you as a brand owner should exactly know who you are selling the product to. So once you start with creator management, creator programs for your own SaaS, you know exactly who you want to target. They had an affiliate model with recurring commissions. So they were not just working on fixed fee, but they were paying their creators every time they got a sale, which obviously motivated the creator to make better and better videos, as well as cover ClickUp on their own without actually having to be pushed by paid collaborations only. They commission tutorial content and not ad reads. So here's how I run my entire business in ClickUp. Converts 5 times better than a 30-second sponsored post. This really helped them to get into the YouTube's algorithm and as well as get in front of as many people as possible. They believe that content compounds, and there's still YouTube tutorials out there since 2020 that have been getting them people on the channel, that have been making them money and making the creator money. For my other YouTube channel as well, I am an affiliate for so many people that I had made a video for 2 years ago, and I still to this date earn money from the commissions. And of course, if I'm making the money, that means the brand is also making the money. And they also had a really good tracking system via affiliate links and UTMs to know exactly which creator was driving them results and which wasn't, and double down on those relationships and created a long-term partnership with these people. So in the title, we discussed that these people did not just use creators, they hijacked the competition. And if you want, you can pause the video and read about the hijack strategy over here. I'm not going to cover it because it's going to get a very long video and we have still a long way to go, but you can always pause the video and look at it over here. But what they basically did was that they avoided one-off sponsorships. So single ad reads, no tracking forgotten in 48 hours, which usually a lot of SaaS businesses do. But what they did was they paid a little bit more money, but they had tutorial content that ranks for years. They had affiliate revenue tied to performance, and they had recurring creator relationships that grow over time, which is also what I do for every SaaS business that we work with in Creator Program. The aim is not to get as many collaborations as possible. It is to get good ones that actually drive results, create the snowball effect that your brand needs to start getting in front of the right audience. So let's look at the competitor targeting map. So they did not avoid competitors like this, like we discussed. They used them as a distribution channel. So they had different competitors, these 5 being the main. So Asana was their attack vector, was Asana Alternatives SEO plus YouTube tutorials and PPC. So comparison pages of why I switched from Asana to this as the biggest traffic, stole millions a month, and their effectiveness was the highest. They also had similar things for Monday.com. They had comparison content, but also a lot of productivity creators were using Monday.com. So they made them switch to it and make YouTube videos and comparison blogs on Monday versus ClickUp. This also had a very high rate of return for them. Trello, Notion, and Google Workspace were like a medium to low segment for them because they just didn't get as much traffic from these because they weren't the biggest competitors as much as they got from Asana and Monday.com. It is estimated ClickUp spends over $400,000 a month on PPC ads, targeting words like Trello, Asana, Monday, and Google Workspace. So they didn't put money on the actual keyword of ClickUp or other competition. They actually just use the competitor's name. So if you search for them, ClickUp shows up first and they can get the first attempt at grabbing the user. But there are also some things that were growth killers for them. Their model isn't perfect. To give you an example, I saw ClickUp's YouTube videos a few years ago. I was using Trello and I switched to ClickUp, and it was so advanced for me that I switched back to Trello because I just didn't have the time or energy to actually learn about the software and make it part of my team and make them learn about it. They also had a high churn despite high signups. So their broad targeting and freemium model have a lot of users who never stick. So if you market to everybody, you attract so many people that are not a product market fit. So ClickUp's retentions are usually on because they're looking for so many people that they have a lot of high churn. versus if you have a product that serves a very niche audience, you will not face the same. Their content arm race burns their budget. So once you start funding competitor versus ClickUp content, competitors notice and fund their own. So it becomes like a strategy where you are pulling a tug of war, and like, you're pulling the rope from one side to the other, and everybody's losing money. The only person making money is the creator, but it is something that they double down on and they truly believe would help them gain as much traction as possible. So if you have a SaaS right now, what would be your playbook that you can take from them is that position against the category, not a competitor. So ClickUp didn't say we are better than Asana. They said they would replace them. Also find a category level pain and own it. If you're funding comparison and alternative content, it is the best key for you to rank on keywords from your brands, from other brands that are, doing much better than you, and, help you actually get that user from them to you, and you are not spending as much money or reliant on the algorithm just picking it up naturally. And number 3 is build an affiliate program, not just sponsorships. So whenever we also create a program, are helping other SaaS businesses get creators and start doing creator partnerships, we always do a fixed fee plus affiliate milestones so that we can track everything. The creator is also more motivated to work for you, to work towards your brand. And if they see the results coming, they will naturally integrate yourself into more videos. So we at Creator Program are focused on launching and scaling highly profitable affiliate programs. We've done $1.5 million plus in revenue tracked with 13,000 plus paying customers for a SaaS business. We take care of everything from creator discovery to campaign strategy, management, and performance tracking. We've had crazy case studies. You can have a look at our website, creatorprogram.co. We generated $87,000 plus with 231 new paying members, just using this influencer marketing approach, as well as on Black Friday. We generated $35,000 in 48 hours for a SaaS business as well. So if you're somebody who's looking to build this for your own SaaS business, you can book a free call with me down below, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn and we can chat about it. I hope you guys got value out of this whole video. If you did, do hit the like button and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next breakdown. If you want me to cover some particular tool that you really want me to see how they grew, I would love to do that. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.